Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm doing a follow up. I'm going to do a follow up about the late Dan Mirade. I'm going to explain to you guys why I did that video. This is the reason why I did that video. Okay. I'm in my 50s. You young bucks in your 20s and 30s, and you want to try to talk some smack. What do I know? I know a lot. My perspective, there's a lot I've learned in my 50-something years. So you young bucks, get in line. What do you know? You don't know shit. The reason why I spoke up for Dan Mirade is because he's gone. He passed away. You do not speak ill of the dead, even if you don't like them, even if you can't stand them. He's gone. He doesn't have a voice. That man doesn't have a voice. He cannot tell you what happened. But you can find out what happened. And the reason why I put pieces together is because, see, the main problem is you Tony Atlas fans. You're a fan. I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. I ain't known. So people will say, well, who are you? I did my digging. I've did my searching around. You can find out a lot of shit if you dig. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm not showing you shit. You dig it up. Now, what pissed me the fuck off, excuse my French, is when Mushmouth, Tony Atlas, he said their friendship broke up because of $100. I was like, wow. And see, here's the thing. This is a fact. They had an agreement. Him and Dan had an agreement that he would do these appearances. Dan was giving that motherfucker, I called him that. Dan was giving that motherfucker money out of his own pocket for food, for expenses. And what did he start doing? No showing. He was costing Dan money. You're costing that man money. See, you star blind fans, when somebody point out the shit that your heroes are doing or have done, you seem to have a problem with it because you looked up to them. For instance, I did not care a whole lot as a person for Sky Hall. Even though I did a tribute to him, a short tribute for him to rest in peace, He was a great pro wrestler, great, innovator. But as a person, as a husband, as a father, he sucked. I'm not going to speak ill towards him, about him. He's gone. Ric Flair, one of the best, one of the greatest ever. Arguably the greatest professional wrestler ever. As a person, I think he sucks. He cheated on every wife he had. Hulk Hogan, as a person, one of the greatest professional wrestlers ever. As a person, I think he sucks. Matt Bourne. Look at the stories about Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne was terrible. Matt Bourne was terrible. Ask, what did Arn Anderson have to do to him? When Arn had to put him through a fucking wall, drywall or something. When him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan got into it. As a person, Matt Bourne was terrible. In-ring performer, he was a badass. Shawn Michaels, he did a lot of awful shit to people. Ask Tito Santana. Tito Santana, look at that Tito Santana interview. Tito Santana is a very soft-spoken man. He's a very humble man. Tito Santana was going to whip his ass on an airplane. Ask Tito Santana. See, here's the thing that started making me dislike Tony Atlas. He's real quick. To throw somebody under a bus when he was right there with them. For instance, another thing I don't understand that you all didn't pick up on this. He says he has a very low tolerance for drugs, but then he turns around in an interview and says that a promoter suggested to who was it? Tito or Rick Steamboat or Tito Santana. A promoter suggested that they do drugs. Look at. He said, look at Tommy Rich and Tony. They flying all around the ring. They out there going crazy, flying around the ring. He said he didn't do a lot of drugs. So how can you be so fucked up if you don't do a whole lot of drugs? That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense. And see, here's the bottom line. Who you gonna believe in a court, or you gonna believe in a court of law? If I was in court and he was in court, he on one side, I'm on one side. I'm telling the truth. He can say anything out of his mouth. Y'all gonna believe him. Why? Because he's Tony Atlas. I get it. You're star blind. You're star blind. Why did you think his stepdaughter came forward? She lying? She lying too, right? Did you see that interview where they said he blew through his wife's savings, chasing other women, getting walked on, and getting high. His wife spent all her money, spent every fucking dime. According to his daughter, he went through her retirement, spent every fucking nickel of it, partying. But you don't believe her. That's his stepdaughter. That's that man's wife's daughter. She lying too. See, here's the thing. When a person habitually keeps doing something and showing you time and time again who they are as a person, what do you do? What do you do? When a person is a habitual liar, a habitual double crosser, a habitual drunk, a habitual abuser, what do you do? I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. But hey, you have a right to feel the way you feel. I've done a lot of digging about this man. And there's a lot of shit y'all don't know that he did. Things that he did that y'all don't know. And I'm not going to show you shit because that's not my responsibility. You got to do it. Peace, I'm out.